So while talking of consent management again, continuing to talk about the grievance redressal. We touched based upon user grievances in the previous video. Now we'll just get into a bit more details and see how can you design trust when you're talking of grievances and grievance redressals. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy, and as I said, let's talk about designing trust with respect to grievance redressal and an oversight in consent management. So what is the role of this oversight body who is looking into the consent managers? They are the auditors for the consent managers, right? The auditors are from Ministry of Electronics and IT or from the Data Protection Board of India, which should be constituted the day the law is finally implemented and all the rules are finalized. The performance metrics defined for consent managers would be regularly reviewed. Progress would be measured whether they are performing as expected. There would be an access to the logs and complaint trails that have been logged at a consent manager. So all the grievance information that has come to a consent manager would be audited. I'm sure we would also monitor, the board and the ministry would also monitor whether corrective actions are being taken on those complaints or not. And that's where I mentioned in my last video also. Learn from each complaint, create FAQs, right? And that helps reduce the complaint volume or helps it to be a faster resolution. And of course, if the board is not satisfied, they can suspend the license of the consent manager, suspend temporarily, or delist the consent manager completely for non-compliance. Grievance reporting APIs should be there so that they can expose the grievance data to the board. It's not to the public, but at least to the board, so that the board is not dependent on asking for information again and again. Weekly reports, monthly reports, maybe if possible, why not real-time reports? Anyone in the board who is authorized to audit you as a consent manager can get in and pick up the reports at any point in time. Maybe the reports could be an automatic alert on a weekly, monthly basis, a quarterly review meeting, automatic alerts in situation of reaching a threshold, automatic alerts in situations of breaching a threshold as well should be there. And these are important reports. The design of this entire consent manager plays a very important role in taking care of grievances also. You need to have a non-technical friendly language. Very, very important aspect of privacy in India. The language of consent, of privacy notice, of any public facing document should be multilingual, easy to understand, user friendly, non technical, non legal language. The person reading should understand what that document is talking about, except understanding that, wow, it's a big technical document, yeah, new law. It should be able to give real time feedback on status change to the principals, to the consent managers, and to the board, multilingual screens. Accessible layouts, easy to understand, maybe use some images as well to make it more easy to understand, and allow feedback after resolution. In fact, you should proactively ask for a feedback after resolution. These are the areas, where creating FAQs and taking feedbacks after resolution, which help us improve our services. Key takeaways from the grievance redressal in with respect to consent management. Redressal is far more than compliance. I am from service industry and everyone gives service. It's more important as to how you handle a situation where a mistake has been made or where there is a complaint and it needs to be addressed. It may not need to be addressed only from the technical point of view. And addressing these complaints, grievances, is trust building mechanism, right? It helps the customer understand your relevance. It helps the customer feel comfortable. In this case, the data principals feel, and in fact, for consent managers, even fiduciaries are customers, right? So it helps you build user confidence, whether you talk in terms of data principals or fiduciaries. Though it needs some initial investments, but then this is the most critical investment because this is what is the most important thing for a privacy organization as well, especially in terms of consent management. 250 crore rupees is the kind of penalty that you might end up paying if you're not able to demonstrate proper consent. So be careful. That's about redressal and the oversight body in terms of consent management. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.